Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to Southern Lightwork. I am feeling love today. I just bought some blank cards and decided to make a few of my own decks. Just, nothing for sale or anything. Just some to help me get some additional channeled messages. So, just over the last couple of days, I've been sitting and just writing down what comes through the channel. Listening to love frequency, just, getting into that space. For once, I'm not focusing on or not feeling any heavy karmic energies. I'm just feeling love, and I think that's not just me. I think other people are feeling it too. So I want to get some love / twin flame messages, maybe additional messages from this love oracle deck that I kind of like, and maybe clarify with some tarot. So let's just see what we get. So because I've made cards for different topics, added my little hearts to these. So just trying to do something different, trying to get some positive, loving messages, and just using my hands to create something. So even though this is just an example of something you can do to just use your brain power for different reasons, for something other than worry, other than focusing on what's wrong, all the bills and the woes, and who's doing this to you, who's irritating you, just spreading some positivity. And of course, some of these messages are honest, even if they're not the ones we want to hear, but I just want to see what's in the energy. So calling on my ancestors, my cosmic ancestors, my earthly ancestors, my marine ancestors, the ancestors here with me right now, myself as my own ancestor, to my spirit team, archangels, Michael, Metatron, Gabriel, Raphael, Mary Magdalene. Please help me channel this message for anyone that may help today with a love situation, with uncertainty, to give more clarity, guidance, understanding, and hopefully self-love. Please redirect any negative energies that attempt to infiltrate this reading. Redirect them back out to be transmuted into love. And thanking the Most High God for this opportunity, for this day. So it is. All right, let's see. What do we need to know about love, and what your person may want to say to you today? Even if they're done, I don't do timing. Cannot say that. I don't want to set anybody's expectations. I know how frustrated I get when people talk about timing and try to tell you what they see based on swords and cups and wands, but I just want to know, what would your person say to you if they were to talk to you right now? I felt drawn to you immediately and it scared me. Okay. What else? What else would your person say to you? Whether you're in a twin flame dynamic or not. I've gotten past my feelings for you and just think we should move on. Okay. Let's see what else. It may not end there. I'm just going to get a few more. Oh, 2 just flipped over. This connection scares the crap out of me, and I want you to be the father, mother of my children. So, you know, there's some, obviously some back and forth going on. So, you know, if somebody feels like they've gotten past the connection and think we should move on, is that a genuine feeling if they also want you to be the mother or father of their children? I don't think so. All right, one more, please, Spirit. Okay, Spirit says 2. I know, and I crossed out feel like, I know we are communicating telepathically, and this love connection just can't be explained with logic all day long, twin flame. Okay, so we have 6 cards. All right, and just to make it a good divine 7, the bottom of the deck is the truth scares me. Yeah. Okay, that's twin flame and non-twin flame, right? A lot of people are just scared of love because what does it do? It can make you vulnerable. When you really open yourself up to love, and you really allow yourself to feel and to give and receive love, it can be terrifying, especially if you have bad examples of what love is or have endured trauma, you know. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So Love Oracle says what about these messages? For I felt drawn to you immediately and it scared me. Confusion. Uncertain, unclear, unsure. Of course, it would be confusing, you know, if somebody is, and especially if it is a twin flame dynamic, there's probably something very different about you, probably several things that are very different about you and this person. So, you know, it can be scary, it can be confusing if you're not each other's quote unquote type. You know, I don't think I have a type, but based on, you know, my history of people I've dated and been in relationships with, you know, if you're drawn to people's souls and to their behavior, the way they treat you, the way they, yeah, that's beyond external. It's, yeah, you can have standards, of course, but if you're a person that you need to have a mental connection as well as a physical connection, then this, of course, is how you would feel. Like it's scary if they don't fit a certain prototype, I guess, or a certain mold. I've gotten past my feelings for you and just think we should move on. Let's decode that one. Obsession. Okay, so clearly that's not true. You can't be getting over or have gotten over somebody and be obsessed with them, right? Infatuation, adoration, and addiction. They don't go together. Those two things do not go together. And there are dragonflies outside. I thought it was too cold for them. Huh. Dragonflies are magical. So there's definitely magic involved in this. The connection scares the it out of me. Ish, I'll say. Should have put that on there. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings, for sure. Like when you are getting messages, they may be channeling messages. They may be getting downloads that are really terrifying and not necessarily in a bad way, you know, like it's just, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I don't know why I'm thinking these things, but they're definitely epiphanies. Epiphanies are, you know, things that sudden realizations, the light bulb moments that challenge your thinking. They challenge your beliefs. They challenge your realm of possibility. Like something that may have felt so impossible. Their love for you may have felt impossible. Their feelings for you, their romantic, even sexual desires for you may have felt impossible at some point. And now they're just like, they're awakening to something else. Maybe awakening to a twin flame connection. Maybe they're learning more about it. Because it's not something that I had no idea what twin flames were a couple years ago. That was something I mean, maybe I've heard about it, but I never really felt interested enough to look into it. Until I found myself in a twin flame dynamic. So I want you to be the father or mother of my children. Is that right? What else can you tell us about that, Spirit? I want you to be the mother or father of my children. Yeah, we don't want anybody to know that, do we? Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. It's distorted, it's misspelled. So let me get some tarot on that one. Because if they're having cloudy judgment and feeling like they're under illusions, maybe they feel like they shouldn't want that with you, or maybe they wanted that with someone else. We'll get more on that. I know we are communicating telepathically. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. And this makes me think of the Eight of Cups card. The Eight of Cups, and I think I've said it in another reading, this also gives me like the Christian biblical story about like Jesus walking with you and the footprints story. You can look that up. I'm not gonna talk too long because I will get on a tangent. If y'all watch me, you know that I can get on a tangent. But thinking that you're communicating telepathically and avoiding, blocking, or pushing away. Maybe they're trying to avoid that. Maybe it's disrupting, or they feel like it's disrupting their life in some way. Because, you know, if you're communicating telepathically, you're getting messages and they're not from the people in the room with you, or, you know, nobody's opened their mouth. You haven't said a word, but you're hearing something. You're feeling this communication, it's a claircognizance. Like you're getting this message, you're getting these messages from an unnamed source, but you also know where it's coming from at some point. Like if you're really going within and you realize you're in some type of connection with somebody, then it may start to feel like, okay, I do know the source of these messages, but maybe they're trying to avoid it. Or trying to block it in some way. What about this love connection just can't be explained with logic? Okay, 2 cards. Chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion, and thinking. Missing you, craving, desiring. Yeah. It can't be explained. Chemistry is not something that you can fake, right? Even when you're watching movies or TV shows and there's a couple or a parent and child dynamic, like you can feel when people, even actors who are pretending if they have chemistry or not, you can feel it. You can't fake that. You can't orchestrate. You can't sorry, I'm distracted by the eastern bluebirds outside. They're chasing each other again, which always the blue reminds me of, or gives me Archangel Michael. It's letting us know he's here. Right in front of the window. They're so beautiful. Okay. But yeah, you cannot fake this. And when there is chemistry, like, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. You can't pretend that you don't feel it as well. Internally. It's undeniable externally and internally. And it's for us to discern what that is. Like, there's someone recently who's come into my life in a very non-romantic fashion. Like, we didn't meet on a dating site. We didn't meet in the grocery store. Like, just because of some other circumstances, I met this person, and we have clearly connected. Not even intentionally, just like, we just hit it off immediately. And even though their purpose in my life is for someone else, actually, just involved in the care for my mom, the chemistry is undeniable. Like, there is, and I know they feel it too, even though we haven't said it out loud. Like, we have verbalized, hey, we have such a good time. I don't know why, but it's just great. We laugh together. We have a lot of common interests, and it's just, it leaves you wondering, like, what else is there? What else? Why is this happening? Why am I in this connection unbeknownst and like wasn't even looking for? But those are the best kinds. Those are the kinds where you just like, and this is my opinion, but I feel like the ones that don't feel forced, the ones that just come naturally, that basically feel effortless. I'm using a lot of synonyms, but you get the point. Like, this makes you think about, what is this? What else is there to this? It doesn't require logic. It's not a formula that needs to be worked out. It's not an equation. It just is, right? So, and at the bottom of this deck, finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Ooh. Does this go along with I think we should move on? We'll see. I'm going to use the Lost Soul Tarot. Lost Soul, excuse me. It's not plural. Lost Soul Tarot. Let's see what Tarot has to say about these messages. I mean, and quite honestly, like the twin flame connection makes you feel like you want to walk away. It can make you feel like, I don't want any more of this. I don't want any parts of this, because nobody asks for it. You know, a lot of people think they want to be in a dynamic like this, but trust me, it's hard. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it is gut-wrenching. It is confusing. You feel like you're losing your mind. I don't have any external 3D confirmation of my twin flame dynamic, other than the signs that I'm getting from the universe, from God, synchronicities, things that remind me of this person. You know, like, I don't have any confirmation. I just know what God is telling me, what my spirit team is like guiding me to. I mean, there's more to it than that too. Like, there's so many things that are happening in real life that let you know, that confirm for you. But if you don't have confirmation from the other person, it does make you feel like you're matching it all. But regardless of, you know, what version of the twin flame story you subscribe to, because I've heard several, and none of them match my situation completely. So I just think that people have theories about it, right? There's no tried and true, this is the way it is, this is what your person will be like, this is what you will be like, this is how it will go, these are the things you need to do to make it. I mean, if you're supposed to be in union, not everybody's supposed to be in union. There's so many different variables and variations of what the twin flame dynamic is supposed to be. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to help you to ascend. It's supposed to help you. It's supposed to inspire you and push you to leveling up. It's supposed to inspire you to dig into spirituality, whatever that means for you, whatever it looks like, and like getting closer to the source that we all come from, that we all embody. Like, it is us. Source is us. Source is, you know, the love that we want to have for each other, the connections that we strive for, that the deep soul bonds. And it's a way to get there through romantic love, through even just the idea of having somebody like this in your life is inspiring. It's, again, it sucks sometimes, but when you allow yourself to vibrate higher, when you allow yourself to think about the positive aspects of this and what it pushes you to do that is for your highest good, for your elevation, your ascension, then you can be grateful for it. And we should be grateful for everything all the time. But once you get to the point that you actually appreciate the twin flame dynamic is when I think you reap more benefits from it, whether that means union in this lifetime, 3D union or not. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into any more of my theories because I'm sure people will disagree, and that's fine. You know what's right for you. But clarifying this, I felt drawn to you immediately and it scared me, and confusion. What can you tell us about that, Spirit? What else? Confusion, and I felt drawn to you. Queen of Pentacles. This is an abundant energy. This is, you know, feels like it's definitely nurturing. If we're talking about a Queen of Pentacles, nurturing and stable. Like, maybe this person felt or feels really drawn to you because of how stable you make them feel, because of how abundant they are when they're in your energy, when you're in their energy. It's a feeling that is intoxicating, that feels good, it feels grounded. And if they have dealt with a bunch of bullshit in the past, of course it's scary, right? It feels confusing. It feels like maybe it feels too good to be true. The next one, I've gotten past my feelings. I think we should move on with obsession. So what is the actual truth? To one of my descriptions, the Fool. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to throw caution to the wind. They want to step out on faith. They want to risk it all. You know, this Fool is usually depicted as about to step off a cliff. Like, how? With their head up. They're not even looking down. And this Fool is like, it's giving me court jester, but they're also holding a rose. Really tiny feet, not proportioned to the body, but you know, this is, the obsession is making them want to take that leap. Even if they think they've gotten past their feelings, then why would you also be obsessed and want to take a leap and risk it all? So, connection scares the crap out of them with epiphanies. What is the epiphany about? What have they had an awakening about? In this connection, what is the awakening about? Okay, flipped over. I'm going to try that again. One card, please, Spirit. Give us a message about this realization. Seven of Swords. Oh. Okay, so this is sometimes betrayal. So this could be about a betrayal that this person has become aware of. Not from you, but somebody else in their life. And Seven of Swords is also in the traditional tarot. It's somebody enlightened me to how it's not necessarily a bad card, because it's a yellow card, and yellow is supposed to signify a good card, a good energy in tarot. In the traditional tarot, this could be like, I'm putting all my swords in communication, and if they don't want to fight anymore, they want to talk, they're putting all their swords in, all of their communication, because they've had an understanding about this connection, even if it scared them at first. You know, like, you're thinking about communicating. What about, I want to be, I want you to have my kids, but I'm cloudy about it. What is that about? What is that about? Wanting to start a family with you, Spirit. What is that? Page of Cups. Yeah, a page would have cloudy judgment. A page would have some unresolved feelings. Maybe they are unsure because of could be seeing 717 a lot. Quick story, that was one of the things that let me know too that this is a twin flame dynamic that I'm in, because that number is very significant for me and my person. When I heard that number was related to twin flames, I was like, oh, holy crapazoid. 717, and then also 747. I see those numbers all the time on the clock. 717, 747 is supposed to be a number of reconciliation. I've heard, haven't done a whole lot of research on that, but I've heard that. And then also like 143 is a number that you might be seeing. 212, 1212. See those numbers a lot. 111, 1111, 222, 2222. All those numbers. What about, I know we are communicating telepathically, but I'm avoiding or blocking, trying to avoid or block it. Dealing with a runner, hey? Temperance. I just said that like I'm from Canada. I'm not. Temperance. So somebody's trying to balance this, you know. Temperance is, for me, absolutely like balancing the ego. Getting through an ego death, balancing masculine, feminine. So somebody's just accepting, like they're in an acceptance energy that this is what it is. Maybe they want to avoid it or block it. They feel like they should, maybe, because it's weird if you're not used to it. Even though all humans are capable of it, you know, the more I hear that, the more I believe it. If we allow it, we are capable of it. I think it's something that we've lost over the centuries, you know, just we rely on external communication too much. Maybe it started with the invention of the telephone. I don't know. But so, you know, we stopped using our telepathic abilities. But I think that if we are, the higher we ascend, the better we are at it. Because, I mean, if you've had telepathic communication with with a family member, with a parent. I know my mom and I have telepathic communication for sure. Like, she routinely wakes me up from the other room. Like, we're not even in the same room. There's several feet between us. And because, you know, I want to catch her when she gets up because she has dementia, she's elderly, and she has a history of falls. Like, I have an alarm bed, this alarm pad under her bed that's connected to this little device with a Bluetooth signal or Bluetooth connection. So if she gets up, it goes off and I hear her, so I can go in there and help her. But almost every morning, she wakes up, the alarm goes off, and then I get up. But a lot of the times, I open my eyes and I wake up before the alarm goes off. So even before she gets up, I can tell she's awake because she's sending a message to me telepathically. So it's not just twin flames. It's not just romantic partners. You know, it's what we can all do if we allow it, if we tap into it. And the cloud, I'm mesmerized by these clouds. I wish I wouldn't tear up my camera setting if I could turn it around and let you see, but it's like a mixture of storm clouds and brightness from the sun coming through. So that's also like, it goes along with this confusion energy. It's like they see this connection as the sun, like the sun in tarot. It's ultimate fulfillment, the happiest card, you know, according to some people. It's absolute happiness, but there's still a storm. There's still the threat of a storm. It may cause a storm if they come towards you. So maybe it's easier they think it's easier to let this pass them by, for you to both forget about this. But clearly they can't deny this chemistry. What does tarot have to say about the chemistry and thinking? All right, immediately out. 5 of Cups. Yeah, they're in despair about it. But that card is also about, you know, the opportunity is not lost. The opportunity is not gone. It's like, you know, if you go in order of the minor arcana from the 4 of Cups, realizing that, you know, there is an inevitable feelings here, or there's something that you thought had passed you by. The 3 Cups are here. We're focusing on the 3 of Cups, but God is literally handing you a 4th cup, you know, but here's another one. By the 5 of Cups, there's 2 cups that you've missed. So you may have missed an opportunity. They may have missed an opportunity in the past to come towards you. And now there's like, okay, maybe I missed 2 opportunities. There's 3 cups that I'm looking at that are spilled, but there's still 2 more cups, you know, like, so what? These 3 didn't work out. And that feels like relationships, right? If the last 3 relationships have not worked out, you still got 2 cups. You still have, but they're behind you. If you just turn around, if you would just try to focus on the cups that are still there, the opportunities that you still have. Because we can get so caught up and make all these assessments about ourselves and our abilities to stay in relationships and make them work when we're trying to make them work with the wrong people. So it really has nothing to do with your ability. It has nothing to do with your compatibility with the right person. It has everything to do with your incompatibility with the wrong person. So the Five of Cups is an energy that you can surpass, because what's next? The Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about returning home to someone in your past, somebody that you feel nostalgia for. So it's like they're headed from the Five of Cups to the Six of Cups. They're missing you, craving you, desiring you. They're attracted to you. There's a spark there they can't deny. There's chemistry that you can't hide from yourself or anyone else. There may have been people that noticed the chemistry before you did, before your person did. It's happened to me. Like, people are like, you talk about that person more than you realize. Like, oh, I didn't notice. We've both been in other relationships that didn't work out, And it's like, well, we've never tried. So what if we did? You may be feeling like that. There's this person that maybe you're friends. Maybe you feel like you both friend zoned each other and never even considered, but why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling these things? I felt drawn to you immediately. Why do I want you to be the mother or father of my children if we've never taken it there? Like you may have never had any type of intimacy with this person, sexual intimacy, but there are other types of intimacy, right? You could be someone they can talk to. They can be somebody you can talk to. We may show up for each other in ways that other people haven't showed up for you. So just consider, everything about this dynamic is different from anything you've ever experienced, right? So bottom of this deck is the Knight of Cups. The romantic knight, right? This is the one that wants to wine and dine you. This is the one that wants to start with a conversation, is what I'm feeling. Like they want to tell you how they feel. They have big feelings for you. This knight is holding what looks like a pretty deep cup, right? It looks like a bowl. That's not even a cup. That's like a bowl that you can carry a lot of emotions around in, right? They want to tell you how they feel, and they maybe want to start with dinner or coffee, or just, let's meet at a park somewhere. Let's meet somewhere neutral. Let's meet somewhere that's like, I'm not trying to get in your pants energy. I want to tell you my honest, true feelings. And there are a lot of them, because this has been happening for a while. I was drawn to you immediately. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going to get some charms. I think that this is absolutely a twin flame connection. And, whatever you can do on your end to energetically move this forward, if that's what you want. Because, not everybody wants to be with their twin flame. But if you do want union, and there's all these things that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, like, if you're the feminine, you're not supposed to chase. You're supposed to hold your ground, like have boundaries. And the masculine is supposed to, make preparations to come towards the feminine. And this is not gender. This is any gender can be masculine or feminine. You know what your dynamic is. So I'm of the opinion that you do what you're called to do. You do what God tells you to do, what your source tells you to do, whatever you feel your intuition is guiding you towards. Because I think again, everybody is different. All dynamics are different. The theories may apply to you, they may not. But trust your guidance. Trust your own personal guidance. And what feels like the right thing. What feels like what you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do. Let's see if we can get some charms to close this up. About you and your twin flame dynamic. It's a heart and an arrow. Cupid. Cupid has struck. Cupid's arrow has landed, and it's all over. You are stuck with this one. You're in love. Are you not? Your person's in love. And in a love that you've never felt before. It's not butterflies kind of love. I mean, it can be. You know, there may be a period where you're feeling butterflies, but this is just like, this is the kind of sacred agape love. Like, this is something that you probably never saw coming, and it consumes you. It feels freeing and like you're in bondage at the same time. It feels like, you know, you would do anything for this person and they would do anything for you. So that kind of in love. A star. Maybe you're both star seeds. Kind of matches that Fool card. Looks like his little hat. What else? Another heart with a wing. This feels like angelic. Could be earth angels. One of you could, both of you could be. Maybe you're both doing things in your lives that people consider you angels. But two earth angels in love. Ooh, okay. That's hot. What else? Another wing, y'all. Y'all, angels are all around us in this reading. Angelic protection, I'm getting. Angelic guidance, I'm getting. Y'all are definitely earth angels. Earth angels. What else? Starseeds have mission. Have an earthly mission. If you're an earth angel, you're here to guide people. You're here to help people. And myriad ways. But you get to be in love too with another person like you. That's probably what's also so scary. Like, to be with somebody who is probably more like you than anybody you've ever met. Even if you feel really different. There's probably some things that you're going to talk about on this date that are going to just be so baffling and like mind-blowing about how much you are like. Maybe you've never actually talked about it, but it's going to be revealed that you are very similar. This one is giving me snowflake, but it also gives me Metatron's cube. Sacred geometry. And here's the Temperance card with this angel again. Sagittarius energy. Something could be happening, and again, I'm not trying to, don't quote me on the time frames, but something could be happening in winter. We're headed towards winter. It's definitely cold. The weather has changed here in Georgia. Somebody feels, I'm hearing cold without you. They want to balance this. Get one more. What else can help us to understand this dynamic, Spirit? What else? It's a print. It's a paw print. And I think this is a bear paw print. The bear paw print. I'm getting that you have made an impression on somebody. You left your mark. You've imprinted someone. It's making them think about you so much. Why you have this chemistry. And they've it's reciprocal. They've made an impression on you. They've imprinted something on you. If you're twin flames, you're one soul, right? You're one soul. So you are imprinted into each other, onto each other somehow. Yeah, it's undeniable. Even if, we still have free will. If you decide to not come together, if your person decides not to stop running, escaping, whatever they're supposed to be leaving behind, if they want to leave something behind and come towards you romantically, then they realize it. They recognize it too. So a little bit of double talk here, but this dynamic is tricky. It's confusing. So can expect there would be some confusion and backtracking and jelly backing and all of that because it's wild for sure. One more to wrap it up. Just seal this message, Spirit. Please give us one more. Make it good. Make it good. It's a little purple something. I don't know. I think this is a sheep. That's my interpretation of what this little charm is. But it's given me, because it's purple. And I've been drawn to the purple, the violet light, the violet flame lately. Which signifies, your connection to the divine, your crown chakra, your openness. And by this being a sheep, it's like somebody is willing to follow you. They want to be oh God, that sounds stupid, but like they want to be led by you. They want to follow you. They want you to follow them, or however that makes sense. It's like they're a sheep for you. They're a sheep for you. They just want to be herded. They just want to be led towards, maybe they want to learn from you. Maybe they want to, they know this is a spiritual connection, I think. You both know it's a spiritual connection, and I think you're both kind of looking for the other to lead. But, I mean, it's a happy little sheep. It is a happy little sheep. So, yeah. Being a sheep is not necessarily a bad thing if you're being led by the right person, by the right energy, by the right goals. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. That's my story. That's my analysis, and I'm going to stick to it. It's divine. And you must have done something right to be able to, it feels like a reward, right? Like, I'm not just saying that because I feel like I'm a twin flame and want that to be true. Like, you'll know if it's true for you. If you are being trusted with a twin flame connection, which is, if it's rare, I don't know. Maybe people are twin flames and don't know it, don't care to look into it. Maybe more prevalent than we think. But trust it. Trust your intuition. Trust that it's meant to be, if it comes together or not. I think your desire to have this and the internal work that you do to be able to handle it is important. Because it's not just about love. It's about coming together to do things to lift humanity, to raise the vibration of the collective, right? You still have work to do once you come together. But you get to enjoy each other too. That's what I look forward to. That's the part that makes me, it excites me about it. If it were to happen, I believe it will for a lot of us. It may take time. It may take a little bit more surrender on your part and on your person's part, but don't be afraid to be a little purple sheep. Because clearly there are some rewards with that, with surrendering to the divine. Okay. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. This is From My Imagination to Yours.